the zombie, and that's the Hitman over
Around
there.
the Marvel World Podcast with the Hitman and the Zombie. What's up, my peoples?
What up, man? How you guys doing
Pardon
out
me.
there?
Excuse me.
How you enjoying the Falcon?
I'm sorry. I
He's just winging it right now.
don't mind me. All right, I'm just eating these Falcon wings. Just got these delicious Falcon wings. Someone just left them on the table, dude. You believe that?
Hey, they tell him, what are you gonna do with
they
those?
were
He's
probably
like,
expensive.
they tell him, what do you want to do with those? Like,
There's
hey,
some tasty
keep them.
Falcon wings.
I was like, hey, just keep the wings.
Hey,
Oh shit.
they look expensive.
He's like, are you sure he's gonna leave these wings here? Like, yeah, somebody will get them.
That's a statement right there. Yeah, boy. Black Uncle Sam.
He wants you.
Move over, Colonel Sanders. We got a new uncle.
Hey, but isn't that future sight on something else?
There's a lot going on. There were some subtleties. A lot
Yeah.
of people were bitching about, all right, this episode was really slow. We're talking episode 5.
It's like, it's not a filler, but it does information on
Which,
something else.
to be fair, it's coming down off of some heat from that last episode.
Yeah, of course. You don't want to go from
These
heat to
Falcon
heat.
wings are.
This is like a cool down just to bring back everybody, because there's next episode I feel is gonna go ballistic, bro. Because there's only
Oh, it's gonna go ham sandwich. And it better. It's the finale.
There's gonna be 3, no? I thought it was 8 episodes total.
5, 6. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was a total. I
It's
thought
the
it was a short
penultimate.
one.
Don't worry, man.
It wasn't.
So
I thought for sure it was 6.
was it? Something like, we'll find out. The other 2 we'll be blessed. And,
Regardless.
in Marvel news,
I thought it was like,
yeah.
it was a nice like a breather where we got to explore a lot of character development. There was a lot of growth. It looks like our buddies are gonna be brothers.
The sister's like,
Our little boy Buck was putting the moves.
they're saying that. What else does that
Did
metal
Bucky
hand?
ever had a girlfriend?
I don't think he does.
My goodness.
He just wants to. Yeah, he just wants to dance. He said, "I just want to dance. That's all I want."
Yeah, well, as we have learned, dancing can lead to some things.
Sam's sister is like, "What else does that metal hand do?" Does it have extra settings?
She really said, "Can that thing vibrate?"
I can move it so fast, it falls off. Just ask Ayo. They're like, hey, just leave the hand behind. He's like, oh man, really? He's like, yeah, you gotta leave it behind. He's like, fine. He drops the hand.
All right, so let's get at that. Last time we talked about this, I predicted that the government was gonna back U.S. agent new Captain America 100%.
Yes.
They didn't.
Which is crazy.
They pieced him right out of there.
Not to jump ahead, but he said, you guys made me. I follow all
I mean,
your
in
mandates."
retrospect, it makes a lot more sense that they do it this way.
Yes.
It makes sense that, especially with them tying in the Thunderbolts and leading up to what they're leading up to,
Oh, you think it's Thunderbolt
makes a
Ross?
whole lot of sense the way they're doing
You
it.
think Thunderbolt Ross is going to be involved in
Absolutely that.
this? Wow.
Absolutely that. All right, check this.
So the Cordians?
But I'm thinking, all right, so what's her name? Areola.
Yes.
She came and collected Zemo. She came for her refreshing glasses. All right, what the hell, Bucky, though, with the gun? It's black. Look at the bullet. All right, stop it. When has he ever needed a gun?
I know, right?
Get out of here. And then Zemo's like, yeah, dude, like, no, you're not fooling me. But, so he took him away. They made their peace. It was a nice little send-off. You're going to tell me, though, that when somebody challenges the king, These people fight like straight up barbarians.
Yeah. Reminds me of the
Like
Wonder Woman.
they're technologically advanced beyond anyone else, but they're gonna be like, no, you got to fight to the death. Like you're barbarians. It's ridiculous. And he just claimed he was like, no, like I can have the throne. Like I'm family, but like he just pulled that out of his ass. Warmonger.
Yeah.
Eric Stevens. But so that's how they think. So you would think like, all right, we got Zemo. Dude, this guy killed our king.
Yeah.
He's a big old dick. And they're like, well, we're just going to put him on the raft forever. And he will live out the rest of his days.
That's a team.
That seems a little too plot pointy to me.
I feel like he's going to escape from the... We'll get to that point, but yeah. From the... Let's just say it, from the raft, you know?
Nah.
But look.
This is what's going to happen.
Didn't Ant-Man escape from it and everybody else, all the Super Friends, escape? Remember when they were locked up there? When they were during the Civil War?
Batman and the Super Friends escaped from the raft.
Yeah.
Alright. So here's what I think is going to go down. Especially because we got She-Hulk coming through, right?
Ooh,
so they're going to tie in a little more of the Hulk. Thank God, there's been no Hulk love, man.
Yeah, nothing. It's weird.
I mean, it's like Hulk's a professor now. He's a smart boy.
No, not even mention of Thor. Nobody. What's going on with those people? You know. I guess we're mentioning them in low key, probably.
I'm sorry. I'm still eating these Falcon moves. Don't mind me.
You have your cold glass of Zemo.
My guess is cold glass of Zemo gets locked up in the raft.
Okay.
With Abomination.
Ooh.
And then I guess because and we'll get into this a little bit when you do the synopsis.
Yeah.
But it's looking a little bit like Johnny Walker is gonna go rogue. I'm guessing he's gonna pop in on Sam's rescue attempt, and he's gonna just use that as an excuse to just try and kill Carly, because what's his name? The Mr. and Mrs. Galactica, he promised that he would avenge him. The Galacticus. So he's gonna use that as an excuse to further his stuff. And he's just going to try to kill iCarly and the whole squad.
Oh.
It's not going to go well because this dipshit got a sheet metal shield.
Oh, you got
Sorry.
Okay.
Again, we'll get to that. He's straight up cosplaying, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the captain.
He's believing in himself. It's me.
I'm going to make a shield out of metal.
And it's going to work the same way.
It's going to be my shield.
I don't know where he got what's it called?
I don't know how vibranium works. Do it. It's gonna be like it's gonna fall off the wall or whatever.
It's gonna bounce off and it's gonna break.
Break. Just someone touches it.
He won't throw it. It's like it's gone.
I mean, he can still kill a dude with it.
Yeah.
Because he's a super. But I know we're gonna get to all this. I'm just predicting here. He's gonna get because he talked to Lady Hydra. She was like, Elaine. Like. She walked out on Seinfeld, and then she became Lady Hydra.
Yeah.
Left her card. She's gonna assemble the Thunderbolts. That's what got me like, oh, Thunderbolts. So he's gonna get his signature black shield. He's gonna lead the Thunderbolts. Because he's gonna be like, oh, I failed. This character is very nuanced, and like. A lot of people are like, dude, like you straight up butchered somebody in the middle of a crowded city, like a defenseless person. But like you see his movements,
red, bro.
You see the way he just acts and acts and acts. He doesn't stop and think. Like my dude got PTSD. He was a hero, but he doesn't see himself as like, oh, I saved people. I did things. Like he's got ghosts. So I think people don't give his character enough credit. He's not black and white like that.
And the thing too that Lamar echoed before he passed RP. He said that you never like your judgments are always on point, so I don't take a second guess. I just go for what you say, you know. Even his parents are like, man, he honored you know. We'll get to that.
Well, but I still think he's a little delusional. But I just think his like day to day, like he's pretty relatable as, you know, somebody who had gone through these traumas.
Yeah.
You know, like similar to what's his face?
Bucky?
Okay, John Bernthal, Punisher.
Oh, I see.
There was a lot of that too.
With his parents and his family when he got capped. No pun intended. So yeah. Some quality Zemo right here. Clister gear. Cold off the fridge.
Got my own.
Joker. So we start off from last episode. We see John Walker just slamming the shield on Nico. The one he admired. He admires Captain America.
He tried to do it again. This dude's nuts.
Yeah, exactly. So we see that recap and he's running to the warehouse like, I gotta get out, gotta go. So he goes inside this warehouse. He was feeling the effects. He started getting the flashback, reliving the moment of him doing that to Nico, you know. And then on his own head, he's saying that
shows up.
So in his own head, he's saying he did it for the greater good, even though he said like, yeah, I killed the one who killed Lamar, but actually it wasn't him. Like Nico didn't kill Lamar; it was iCarly who killed him. But he was just trying to make it peace, you know.
And he's like convincing himself. He's like, no, it was justified, and it totally wasn't. Like everybody knows, and he just went off the deep end on it.
And then we zoom into the shield just dripping in blood, and it's just like. And then after that we see an awesome shot of Johnny Walker kneeling with the shield in front of him with his head down. Just open space, just all that words just coming to his head, you know. He's like, I should have listened to you, Lamar. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I jumped in when you told me not to go in. What else? You know, it's like, and then here's like, it's time to go to work from Lamar. He just has him in his head. And all of a sudden you see Sam and Bucky walk in. And then he just...
A superhero sidekick show.
And then you see Walker gets up with the shield. He straps it harder. He goes, it's time to go to work. And then after that, you see his head like you see the blood just dripping from him. So I really like that part. What do you think?
Yeah.
It was sexy, bro.
That was a really good fight. It was a really good fight.
And then I
like the way that was choreographed.
So you see Sam and Bucky come, and he goes, Sam is like, I think like we could just tell the trial, like, hey, we could use whatever you did before. They're not gonna put you in jail. They're just gonna leave you of your things, you know. He's like, Sam is like, I think it's time for you to give up the shield, give it back to me. And then Walker's like, is this what this is?
Well, the question is,
he's
which?
Like, it's not about, and all of a sudden you hear a ring out of nowhere. And he goes, the following contest is a triple threat for the Captain America shield. The ring, the
championship shield.
He pulls it up. He's like, you want this? Ding, ding, ding. Dude, that action scene, it was so awesome, bro.
Hey, I know he gave up the wings. We'll get to that. But I love his fighting style, man. I'm going to miss that. I hope they keep it in some way, shape. Like in the last episode when he popped up the wing and caught that dude in the face.
Yeah.
Hilarious. He knows how to work that stuff. Hey, just the shield, if they go back to that form, it's basic. Give him some tag, man. Let him have fun with it. Dude knows how to fly. What are they gonna do? Have him snowboard on the sled with on the shield? Like, in that fight, I mean, he was busting the propulsion. He was flipping and doing crazy kicks.
Then with you see
Like
the
he
wings.
swept the leg with the wing. That
Yeah.
was cool as hell. I want to see more of that, man.
It's the wing
Like,
style.
it adds an element to it. It's not just like, oh, I'm strong and I can punch really hard. Like, he's like, oh, I got moves, man. Like,
Yeah, he just stands
it
out
adds
different.
flavor to it.
Yeah, it's a different fighting style from him, you know, and it's not. And then it's not a handicap because he can hold his own because he has the extra, like you said, the wings, the fire in the face, like when he does the propulsion.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave him a Falcon fart. And it was like,
So during the fight, you see
right in the cloaca.
you see during the fight, you see Walker getting the shield again, and he's about to do it to Sam. He's like, "I am Captain America, smash!"
He tried.
He was about to
This
go.
guy. So whatever remorse he showed,
It was
it
gone.
was just completely wiped clean right there. Because he's like, no, I'm gonna do it again, like every chance I get.
And then he did it, and he's trying to do it again to Bucky. Like he's like did it again to him too. He's wanting to do it, but he ended up getting
He's
his
like,
arm
I'm gonna pop these two guys real quick.
and now walk away free. Dude, he got Bucky's arm, and
This guy.
he did something to his arm, and it got like sparkles, like
Yeah.
you know.
What the heck
He's
happened
like-
there, man?
Then he slammed him against the pillar too, with Bucky.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell? So the fight almost concludes by you know, Bucky has his hand, and the Falcon has the hand too, where he's holding the shield. And then he's like, I'm not letting go. I'm not tapping out, bro. Chris Benoit status. Like, let it go, bro. He's like, no, I'm not tapping. So what they do? You tap or snap. Isn't that what the UFC say? Tap or snap.
Yep.
So they break his
That
freaking
used to
arm.
be true.
They break his arm, bro. Not only that,
Yeah.
after Walker's hand is broken, he still wants to fight them. He's like, this is my shield. So he's just with one hand. The only way to put Walker down, they did Bucky and Sam did a double team where Bucky picks up his hand and it's like a baseball bat, swings him right into the shield, and it collapsed. And it was
That was wild, man.
He's like, he just fell.
I mean, like, Sam was so sensible, and he's like, come on, man. And Bucky's like, I don't want to do this. But, like, he's in this delusion, man. He's this machine that was created. Like, the whole tragedy of his character is that, like, he is not. He's not this character of a hero that everyone wants him to be.
Yeah.
Like, you can be a Captain America, but you can't be that guy. But he lives up to the hype so much that he's like, this is me. This is who I'm gonna be.
Yeah, he has to live up.
And
to
that's really seen in that court show.
Yeah, like
And the court scene. Oh, heavy.
he's like, I gotta.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
I gotta live up to those stripes, and whatever happens, like I gotta own it. You know, like not to move forward, but he says like you don't know the pressure to be Captain America. So what I thought I did in the moment was good. But then after the fight, John Walker is unconscious, or Bucky picks up the shield and he puts it next to Sam, like saying like, don't fuck, excuse my language, don't F this up again. And he walks off. Bucky just walks off. During the fight, Johnny Walker was getting so mad that his freaking wing food was kicking his ass. So he's like, how you gonna be without these wings? So he got in there. He's like, he ripped them up. He ripped those damn wings off freaking Falcon, man. He's a wingless bird. Now he's just walking.
I can picture he walks.
So after that, Sam gets up. He's like all busted, like what's up, man? He gets the shield and he starts wiping the blood from him like frantically, like trying to clean the image of what it represents. That's what I got from it. He's like, no stain the shield of the blood, you know?
Yeah, he was wiping the tarnish of John Walker,
Freaking
the
Walker.
impersonator.
Damn, Johnny Walker. After that, we cut to the news saying that the cops started doing raids on every iCarly campsite. They're looking for her.
Yeah, they busted a bunch of her people. Yeah.
Yeah, they got most of her people. They were looking for iCarly, and then
Then what came next?
And after that, we cut back to the wings on the table, and homie comes in. What's his name? His friend, the army guy, Carlos or something like that.
Dude, I forget.
The Hispanic guy. But anyways,
they're playing him up to be more than just like a regular.
Yeah.
Like he's like, who knows? Maybe he'll be the next Falcon. But they're playing him up to be just more than just a regular guy.
I mean, in the not to be an art, but in the comics, he does become the Captain. I mean, the Falcon. Yeah. So you see the wings.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you see the wings on the table, and then Sam holding the shield, and he walks in, and then Sam looks across, and you see Bucky, and he's like, "Are you gonna go after Zemo?" Well, he doesn't say like that, but like, "Are you gonna go after Zemo?" Bucky doesn't say anything; he just walks out of frame. And then yeah.
Go ahead.
Then Carlos says, "What's the status?" And like, dude, seeing Cap do a killing, it's like an international something really bad happened, you know, and then the freaking state is going against him. So you guys are grounded. Everybody got grounded. So everybody stepped in. So like, what are you guys gonna do? It's like, sometimes the best thing for you to do is to do nothing and wait for a lead. He's like, all right. So you see Sam walk out. And then that's how the Hitman's eating his wing. The Carlos guy's like, "What do you want with the wing? What are you gonna do with the wings?" And he's like, "Keep them." And he walks out. That's hilarious. No, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, clearly he's already. We get to him looking at different career options. How we say, obviously, we know where that's going, because that was his arc from the beginning. But that's him putting the Falcon to bed. He's not like, I'm gonna get some new wings. It's like, no, baby.
Got you. That's where he started to think about it, right?
Dub.
That's where he started thinking about it. Birdman. I used to hate that show. You used to like that show? Harvey Mann, attorney at law. Birdman.
Yeah, it was alright. I like that. Was it Darag?
Oh yeah. Coast to Coast. I didn't like that either.
He's gonna be like, "Don't feed me rice, or the reaction will cause me to explode."
He's like, "Bah!" Oh, shit. Then after that,
bad guys are throwing rice at him. Go.
That's my seat. That's his kryptonite.
I can't stop eating it.
He's like, "Stop!"
I'm gonna die.
He's like, "Can't stop."
My insides.
He's eating a rice-a-roni. Remember that? That San Francisco treat? Rice-a-roni. Oh, man. So after that, we see Captain America in trial. So he's getting stripped down. So they're telling him, like, further notice, John Walker, you're no longer Captain America for what you did. And, like, you're lucky you're not getting you're not getting court-martialed because of what you did for us back in the day. You got all your Medal of Honors and everything. And then that's where Johnny Walker is like, "Could I explain myself?" It's like, this is no time for you to explain yourself. Like, the time of explaining is done, you know? What you did was wrong, and you know it. And he goes, and he starts slamming. It's like, I was following your mandates, you know? I was following what you wanted me to do. And you're putting me in this? So like, you don't know the pressure of being Cap and all this. And he goes,
yeah. So clearly, Clearly, his view is a little bit off center. Like, I mean, what he's saying is true, and you really want to feel that. But I mean, you clearly acted on base emotion at that point. Like, he just went off the deep end for a moment. He let his emotions get the better of him, which, of course, is at least partially affected by his traumas and his past experience working for the government.
That's true.
So, in a sense, it's true, but he didn't follow their mandates specifically. He went off on his own.
And then he goes, "You created me. I did what you wanted. I'm
Captain America. He's not ever going to see himself as anything else.
Nothing less.
He's not going to sit down. Yeah. What did they say? What did he say? I am what you made me.
Yeah, I am what you made me. I am Captain
That's a big
America.
deal. That hits. That cuts deep. That one. That's a very powerful line, and it shows exactly where his character lies.
I'm a product of my environment. And then we cut to the outside where he's sitting with his wife, and all of a sudden we see Constanza Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. That's a
You can call me Val. Not Val, though. We see Elaine.
Elaine. Get in your lane, Elaine.
Come on, Elaine.
So she agrees with everything Johnny Walker did, and he's like, "Who the is this girl?" You know, she's just right in the middle between his and his wife. You know, and he straight out tells him like, taking the serum was the second best choice you ever did, next to marrying this girl. And he's like, "How the you know about that? How do you know about him taking the serum? He's like, man, those people don't agree. They agree with you, but they can't show they agree with you that you killed that guy. Like, for them, you would be making them a huge favor for you. You could have killed a lot of them, being better for them,
You see that the government is remorseful. When they're exonerating him, they look like, well, let's just get this over with. Like, we feel really stupid about this.
Yeah.
It felt like they had to get it over with. It felt the guilt.
Like saying we made a mistake doing it to him,
Also, so this is this Valentina Contessa, etc. She's the chick who is Lady Hydra, right? Yeah. She's the one who started the Thunderbolts. Is that what we're getting to? Yeah, she's a big deal as far as them setting up what they're doing.
See, I didn't know
clearly,
about the Thunderbolts, but thanks for
Johnny Walker's not there yet.
Yeah.
Did you not? Really? Like, did you look into it at all, or is this the first we're talking about it?
It's my first for me. I didn't know about the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, well, that's something that's been hinted at that they're gonna build upon, leading up to, and U.S. Agent is known specifically for that, which is who this Captain America is. But he has his own style. He has a signature black shield.
Oh, okay. The black and white, right?
And he leads. It's Abomination. It's him. It's Zemo. Yeah. So, and they're like misfits. They're like B villains. It's kind of like the Suicide Squad.
Got you.
So they go off on their own adventures.
Oh my goodness! Can't wait for that. You think they make a movie?
So that's what they're up to.
So the Valentina girl,
I just want to see it.
Yeah, me too. Now that you mentioned, it looks badass.
Abomination, man. Like, really, I want to see some more Hulk love. Yeah, so clearly Johnny Walker is not there yet because he didn't contact her by the end, as we know, but we'll get there.
So then we
see, obviously they wouldn't introduce.
They wouldn't introduce her for nothing. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Damn, and then she hands her a card to the wife, and then she gets up, she leaves. Like, the best for you to do is to pick up the phone when I call you. And then the wife hands back the card to Walker, and he's like, "There's nothing on it."
He's like, "Why'd she give me this card if she's gonna call me? What was the point of that?" Because it shows her Twitch. All right.
Her hours when she's twitching or
Plays Minecraft from 3 to 5 p.m. Got it. What's the point?
yeah, I feel like it was like a Joker moment with the card. Kind of, sort of.
Again, yeah, but she wasn't like, call me. She was like, all right, I'll call you.
That's true.
Did she write on the card, like, call me so I have your number so I can call you?
Apparently they're tracking them, so they mind control. Then we cut to iCarly.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Then we cut to iCarly seeing that her people are being are taken left and right from her, and she said she was naming off Nico, Mama Danya, and everybody else is dying or getting taken away from her, and then she finally says, "You know what? Enough is enough." Yeah.
And she's seeming a whole lot more sus every time we see her.
Yes.
She calls this dude and she's like, yes, you owe me a favor. I need you to do this. And then the next time we see this dude, he's interacting with and selling. She's interacting with iCarly and hooking her up with information.
His name is Batroc.
On Sharon's report.
Batroc or Batroc is Batroc, Batroc or something like that. That's his name.
Butt rock, like the guys who made that. It's a genre of music. They made the Sonic songs.
Oh god, dude, how epic was
no,
that?
they got some bops.
Yeah.
Winter series.
On your left, Sonic's like, hurry up. It's like, what the fuck?
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
I love that they included that in the movie. They're like, here's a drawing, and it's like, it's me, Sonic.
I'm a poster. Oh my god. The Blue Devil.
That was the freaking best part of that movie.
He's like, they drew me. Came out. Oh my goodness. All right. After she says enough is enough, we cut to Zemo and I can't even say that. Sokovia. I'm working on it.
Sokovia.
We see Sokovia in the monument.
Is it?
Yeah, the monument of the dead people. And then we see Bucky, and Zemo says, "What took you so long?" He says, and also Zemo said, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you," which is funny. And Bucky said, "Oh, thanks." And then Zemo tells Bucky, like, you must kill Carly because that's the only way you're gonna be able to stop her. You know, like, she's becoming irrational. She's not, she's going crazy. And then
she has followers all over the world.
She's bigger than Britney Spears. So yeah, so she has followers all over the world, and people are like keeping her hidden underground because they have no leads. Like, it's been, I think it's like, what do you think? A time lapse happens because we get to that. So Zemo, like, you see Bucky just pulls out the gun straight out. He's gonna do a what's it called? John Wick on him. He's like,
he's doing a freaking Bugs Bunny. Gotcha.
I would like to see the little coming back to the Joker. You know, the little bang. That he does. He goes, and he laughs.
Yep. It was so out of character and dumb.
Yeah,
even
that too.
like anybody would look at the gun and be like, all right.
I'll be shitting my
pants. Which is exactly what Zemo did. He looked at it like, all right, yeah, that's funny.
And it's funny because, and then Bucky goes like, we're gonna take care of her our own way. He's like, just like Rogers, man, you guys don't understand. But anyways, and that's when he pulls the gun out. He goes, click. Dude, Zemo didn't even blink, bro. He was just stood up, take it. He's like, all right, bro, I'm here. Do it. You know?
Well, I mean, because of their conversation, you could tell that Zemo was ready to pay for his crimes, and he had made peace. Just
Yeah.
like you said, I took the liberty of crossing myself off of your list.
There you go. Let me get that.
Whatever you did to me, I forgive you. Like they had their moment. They're good now.
And then after that, he clicks. He opens his hand. All the bullets fall, and behind him you see the Wakanda, and you see Io. You know.
Yo.
Ayo, Scott Hall. And then he's like, "We're gonna take him to the." I can't do her voice. Can you know how to do her voice? I'm gonna take her Wakandan.
We're going to take him to the raft
There you go.
where he will live out his days.
And then and then she tells him, White Wolf, you should lay low in Wakanda, and he goes, fair enough.
I suggest you stay out of Wakanda, White Wolf.
And then he's like, I need one more favor from you guys. And that's why we left it off.
It's like, hey, you hit that taco spot I used to live next to? It's like, I can't go back, but like, at 2 a.m., you just be great.
Can you move me to a different hut?
It just hits deep.
That's funny, man. And then after that, he says, okay, he's going back to Wakanda with her. We cut back to Sam. He goes back to, what's his name? The BCA? Isaiah? I put acronyms. Black Captain America, BCA, and CA, and SAA.
What? Isaiah.
Yeah, he goes back to Isaiah. And then when Isaiah sees the shield, like Sam was gonna unzip it. He's like, whoa. There's nothing good for me underneath that. He goes,
Don't you take that thing out. Don't unzip it unless you plan to use it.
Oh my. Isaiah then he breaks down his backstory, which is kind of sad, It was a sad story. He told him that as when he was serving, that they told his wife that he has passed away, and that all the letters the wife was sending to him, he never got them.
Yeah, man, it was messed up.
I felt for that.
That explains why he's used her.
Man, he's a good freaking
but
actor.
That's why his movies are so they're so outdated, because like he was just stuck in a box. He didn't get to form his opinions of the outside world.
Yeah.
Well, everyone else has kind of moved on from that mentality. He's like, no, like, the world is unfair, and people still judge people based on these things.
And then eventually she passed away, believing he left. She died, and then he felt, and then he knew. Then they told him that his wife died, so he was just, man. That moment when he gargled, I was like, oh man. But the reason how they were experimenting on them is because they told him like, hey, your guys are getting tetanus shots. But in reality, it was the serum. And then he was the only one that it worked good on him.
Everyone else was falling apart.
Yeah, and everybody else was dying. And then for the government, they wanted to break down the what's it called, the BOU camp. Bring your own.
The POW.
Yeah, POW.
Prison of work. Yeah.
I apologize. The POWs, and then he said no. So he went to go rescue the 6 people, because I guess they were on tour. They got captured. Isaiah broke out of jail. He went to go bring their homies. He brought them back. And then for him rescuing them, he didn't get nothing good out of it because he got branded or something happened, remember? He was like that. Yeah. So for 30 years, he was a lab rat. And then the way he got out of it is a nurse faked his death certificates. And that's how he ended up getting the little box with all the letters in it. So he was, he was pronounced dead just to be released. And then Sam is like, he felt really bad. He wanted to tell somebody, like, we gotta tell somebody. He's like, boy, if we tell somebody, you think I'm not gonna be dead the next day? They want to keep me quiet. They don't want my history. And then Sam is like, what do you mean? He's like, because the whole reason for Sam going there is like he wanted to understand why it was not the black Captain America, you know, like because the United States or whoever it was, they didn't want that. They only want to see blonde hair, blue eyes, and a white skin, you know. That's what it pretty much boiled down to. He after that he was feeling so like down. He calls his sister, like Sarah's like, hey Sarah, I'm coming home. And after that we have a whole boat fixing montage. He goes home, the nephews, right, helping mend the net and then telling him we're gonna sell the boat, and she's like, we can't sell the boat anymore. And then eventually Bucky comes.
Yeah, they do like a whole Jefferson thing, and everybody gets together. We're gonna fix this boat.
It's like
all right.
Everybody grab your
the only
tools.
people he's working on it are Bucky and Sam.
I know.
Everybody else is like, hey, I got you this stuff.
Bucky's like, how the hell I got roped into this?
And then, Bucko showed up and he's like, I got a reason to be here. You got to sign for this package.
I was going to tell you, how much time you think it passed between he was staying at Wakanda, him showing up?
Oh, no, it's like days.
Days, right?
Not they got weeks? Private jets.
No weeks, right?
It's days. They're grounded. They just send him back home, and he's like, whatever, I'm going to drive over to wherever the hell Uncle Sam lives.
He's probably living in Florida. There's no taxes on there. Where's it Texas?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so
then they go. Yeah. Then he's fixing the boat, and he's like, "Why didn't you use your metal arm?" Which is, what the hell? Is not stronger. And then he's like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm right-handed." And it's like, but every time you fight, you use your freaking metal arm, dude.
Yeah.
Stop it! What do you mean? I didn't think about it. What?
So when Bucky showed up, he showed up with the metal case from Wakanda. It went cling. He's like, here, give it to Sam.
It's like no picking.
No picking. We're not leaving for the cliffhanger.
We got time for it.
Not right now. Oh my goodness.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You want to get to the box scene or later? I mean, do you want to reveal what it is, or
box is already showing up?
It's a magical box.
Box is already showing up. We don't know what it is.
Dude,
maybe it's wing glue.
It's a it's a mother box. It's a mother box from the DC universe. Like we recovered this.
It's already been done.
I know, right? Then after that, we cut to Johnny Walker Black talking to Lamar's parents and sister, saying that
the Galactica family.
The Galactica family. Battlestar. Oh my goodness. So
he's like, Mr. and Mrs. Galactica, I killed the killer.
I killed him. I killed him dead. He ain't going no more. You seen the news? That was me. That was me.
That's the way the whole thing went down. They were like, all right, that's great. And he's like, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't let the killer get away. But he did. That's why he's like, oh, I got to make this shit right.
Exactly.
Because he's like, well, I just killed some rando. And he didn't actually do it.
He didn't do it, but it was killer adjacent.
You just looked up to me.
What you say? Nothing. He's like, that's funny. He's like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It's just like,
awesome.
It reminds me when you hit your brother or something. Or when you hit your brother, like, I didn't do it. I swear, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You're the only one in the room. Why is he crying? I didn't do it. He did it himself. He killed himself. Oh my goodness.
So he's got to make good on his promise to the Galacticas that he has to actually hunt down the killer.
Yes. And then after that, we cut to Sharon. Ooh.
Sharon.
Sharon speaking to someone on the phone called Batrock or Batrock.
Batrock. Speaking in French. Speaking in French, you can pick that up.
She's saying that she got a job for him.
Like, do you like French, Batrock?
He said, "Hey, stop your whining. I'm gonna pay you double." He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Okay."
Yeah. So she's acting really sus. She's making deals in the shadows, and she's like, "You owe me. I know people, etc."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a loss.
She's playing double agent, bro. Literally dipping her pockets.
I mean, she's always been.
That's just crazy, man. Then after that, we see Bucky waking up from his dream or nightmare what he had, because the two kids, his Sam's nephews, were playing with the shield. And then after that, we'll go outside with Sam and Bucky actually playing with the shield, training, bouncing it off the trees, catching it, throwing it back, having a heart-to-heart. Saying Bucky is like...
Yeah.
Bucky was saying that when you gave the shield up, like it felt like you were giving up part of my family, you know, gave up like a brother to me, you know, like that made me rethink everything and everybody, you know. So like I felt like, and then Sam goes, you know, I think you need to for you to feel complete, like you don't have to let no one else tell you how to feel, you know. Let your self-esteem be yourself, not everybody's self-esteem.
Yeah. So at this point, Sam has decided to accept the shield. You see him training with it. And Bucky is like, hey, dude, go for it. Like, the shield is my family. I kind of trust you.
You're my
coworkers. He's a friend from work. Like, it's like, be one and the same, you know? So, take over the mantle.
There you go. Bucky wants to make amends, so Sam tells him, like, I know, like, people in those books that you have, like, they probably need closure. They're like, yeah, probably like a dozen. And then Sam is like, start with one. You know? And then they go on their personal journey, and then we see the Daft Punk walk away. Except nobody blows up this time. You saw that? The Daft Punk when they walked away from each other?
Around the world, around the world.
Like the guy like activated the code and he's walking away, and then the other guy continued. And then fool goes, poof. I like that. It was pretty cool. Dun, dun. And then they go back to the boat where I had a moss thing attacking me. We go back to the moat, and then we see Sam and Sarah like deciding, like, you know what, we're not gonna sell it. This is part of our history. And then she's like, I'm glad you did that. Then after that, after the whole boat incident, we see Sam finally training with the shield, embracing the inner cap that he has inside.
Yeah, dude, that shit was hard. That was straight up, weight up. Let's get to business. They were calling him Uncle Sam the whole dang episode. He's like, I got this. I can do the flips and the twisty twirlies. And like, I got the moves. He was true to form. It was exciting, man. It's like, move over KFC, move over Colonel Sanders. Let the new Uncle Sam take over. It's great. I was hyped, man.
That was nice.
I got it. I got what it was putting down. And Sam is a great character for it. Like, he hasn't been fundamentally flawed.
Like, so now I know what kind of workout he does. So I gotta buy a big frisbee. I gotta fucking do a couple of
Yeah.
push-ups. Gotta throw it across the freaking pole, hit bounce back, almost take my head off. I gotta duck.
And if I had a toy like that, dude,
Bing, 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 bing. Whoa.
all the time I'd be, yeah, right? Like, hey, let's play frisbee ping pong pinball.
Ready, go. Watch your head. Whoop-ha. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. I really liked that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get to the end now here in a second. I'll let you spit your game.
And then we see Carly in the park. And then all of a sudden this guy approaches her. And he's the one who
What's his name? Butt-Rock.
It's Butt-Rock. And she knows how to speak French
George.
too. He goes, here.
Yeah.
Here's the
Well, she's been around the world. Asking flags.
So like, here's the bombs, the ammunition, and the shit you need. And then he goes, and then her helper, the guy with the long hair, Asian guy, is like, what are we doing now? We're doing business with criminals. And he goes, haven't you heard? We are criminals. So she's drawing the dark side. Like, fine, you gonna call me this? I'm gonna freaking own it then.
Yeah. And then George just like, I just want to kill Falcon, dude. Like, stole my money or whatever the shit.
He took my.
I don't know. They didn't really get into.
Yeah, that's true.
Was he from the first episode? Was he in that whole?
No, he wasn't.
Group?
Butt-Rock was not in there.
I don't know. I'm sure they tied it in somewhere, and I just missed it.
I think it was just
But
like,
his
I have a
motivation-
job, like a hitman. I feel like it's like a hitman or a guns for hire or.
Real recognize real on that one. This dude was out. He wanted revenge, and he's like, I just wanted to kill the Falcon.
That's true.
I mean, yes, we wanted to kill the Falcon.
He did. Yeah, he probably did. Probably in the first episode or something happened. You know.
I feel like he was in that group. I don't know. I'm not going to double back on it, to be honest with you. He's just a bit. He just fit that one spot. But
that's true.
I just wanted to know how Sharon knew him, what his ties were, what he wanted to do, you know?
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on.
Not only that, after that, when she gets to the weapons, she gets on her phone and she puts the ping. So it goes ping, 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 ping. I feel like she's like a...
Yeah.
She started pinging, and then all these people get up. They start coming towards her. So I was just like...
Right? But those were all her soldiers.
Yeah.
They weren't just randos at the park. They were just pretending to be at the park.
Can you imagine how many people...
what does the ping mean? What the hell is she pinging them with?
They're controlling, or they're like, all right, let's go, or it's just normal.
Right? That wasn't indicated. Really, did she activate them? Did she Winter Soldier them with the touch of a button?
Can you imagine all those winners? Oh my goodness. We got the odds.
Okay, but what would the motivation for that be? To be like, all right, they can live normal lives, like within a 20-foot freaking radius of me. But when I press this button, like it's like what was the point of that? I don't get it. And did George supply her with that, or did she already have it?
I feel like it's like a Pokemon Go raid. You know how everybody was walking around.
It was very unclear what was happening there.
I feel like it was like her followers, like you were saying. I don't think they were super soldiers. I feel like they were regular soldiers, because all the other serums got broken, so she had no time to infect the other 8 of them.
Well, when she spoke to them, they seemed to be aware of what was happening.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a WandaVision scenario where they were like, "Oh, what?" Like,
okay. Yeah, and also when with Sam and Carlos gives them a call saying like, "Hey, remember those pings? We got a ping in Spain and all that before the Flag Smashers attacked. We had a ping before that, but now we got a ping in New York." So the reason why Carly assembled them is because they want to stop the GRC vote. They're voting on how to round them up or something. The super police, right?
Or the refugee.
Yeah, they're refugees. They're not cattle. We can't just round them up. And then they had one of those guys that got pinged actually worked with the GRC. I mean, who's part of the person. So you see him walking to the little, he tapped that thing.
That guy did not look like security. He just looked like, I wouldn't have trusted that guy.
He goes, one world, one life, or something like that, right? One world. And he goes, then he turns off the lights.
Yeah, their motto, their mantra. One world, one people.
And then he turns off the lights. Everybody's like, spooky ghost. Like, what's going on? Scooby-Doo-Doo. And then Sam is watching the news. We cut back to him. He cracks open that case. His eyes are bulging out. And we're all left with a gas. And that was episode number 5.
Yeah. A lot of implications there. I like where they're going with Falcon. But I hate to be like ridiculous and like just disregard everything. I just want to get into the whole teaser for episode 6 already. In that they're showing Johnny Walker doing a little Grinch Who Stole Christmas situation where he's in his workshop. Did you see that?
Yes.
It was silly.
He's like, bling.
My guy's
bling,
like, all right.
Bling.
I got some sheet metal. I got some spray paint.
Laying around somewhere.
Like, please stop it. What are you thinking?
I like how he put the little star from his vest or Lamar's thing, this battle star. He just puts it down on the crest, on the shield.
Yeah. This star was kind of cool, though, that it was over the shield strap.
Yeah.
On his original uniform. They didn't get into the whole uniform thing too much. His new cosplay.
He's like, how to create a Captain America cosplay. Hold on.
But he's unofficial. So some theories have been like, so that he can turn it in to the government. I don't know. That's stupid. It makes no sense. Clearly, they were just like, turn it in whenever you can. He's not going to give a shit.
It's like Blockbuster, bro.
Another theory I was looking at.
Fees on that.
Right?
Oh,
I was reading this theory that Loki was behind it all.
Oh.
Because Loki is stuck in another dimension.
Yeah.
Another universe, so he's trying to find his way back. So he's manipulating the power players.
That'll be cool.
I find that kind of far-fetched, but there were some really good points in it too. I mean, I hope at least that they tease Loki, being as this show's coming up.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, he actually shape-shifted?
But for now, I mean, I would. I mean, he very much could. Remember in Dark World where he's like, a butterfly landed on my hand, and he knows I love butterflies. And then he turned into a knife and stabbed me.
The back.
That was so mean. Some shit like that. I would look on the one hand, like it would cheapen everything if Loki were behind everything, but on the other, like I just love Loki and I love the mischief and I love the shenanigans.
Dude.
It would be really cool if he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be this guy."
It could be one of the Wakandans, bro.
Like, it would be kind of funny if he were somehow manipulating that whole. At the same time,
Yeah.
Like John Walker clearly was his own person with his own issues. Falcon had his issues he sorted through a buck.
Yes.
Zemo was real. Like maybe he would be manipulating the Dark Lord or whatever. What the hell is it?
The purple.
I don't know, the Boss Lord or whatever generic ass name that guy has.
The head thing for Zemo.
Again, like maybe he would be, but that's a really big stretch. You're using that kind of star power on some power player bullshit.
Dude, I'm ready for new heroes, bro,
Language.
or Zero, or I'm ready for new introductions. You know,
Like some brand spanking new faces.
like
Well, that's
Moonlight.
what they look at. Look at what's her face. I think she's gonna be Miss Marvel. What the heck is her face?
Rambo. That's
The
her.
Rambo? No, no. I think Carly's gonna be somebody.
Oh, okay. But Carly was supposed to be a guy, remember?
Hello.
The Zero would change. They're gonna sex change. He took the shot.
Adam's apple just falls and grows into boobs. It's like, hey,
He's like, what's going on?
hey, it's me, Carly.
Charles.
Oh, stupid, don't call me Carlo.
I'm Carly.
Yeah. You cis man.
My sister, man.
Don't assume her pronouns. Oh, I already did by saying her.
God almighty, man.
Game over,
Can
man.
you imagine now everybody's afraid of taking the serum after that? Like, it's just like the vaccine right now.
I don't know about that.
It has like different
I like
effects.
my genitals.
I'm good. You can keep it.
I'm okay. I don't need the strength.
I'll go home.
I'm just hoping to try pickles with sheer willpower.
Oh my god. Whew. So that's what happened to iCarly. She changed.
Alright.
Well, for the Hitman, I'm the zombie. This was, and it is, Around the Marvel World podcast. Peace.